Welcome back, anglers. I'm the Survivalist, and we return to Izilo Zasendulo. We're going to focus on trying to clean up the last of our main missions here with a little trip out to, I think they called it, the Big Hole, as it's called. So we're going to fast travel here, call the vehicle, and just go for a drive there. And while we're driving, I did find a version of the hook size chart that didn't need to go through Discord to find it. It was actually posted on Facebook. And I'm kind of surprised at, how some of the species are, listed in it. For, what hook sizes they need in that. Alright, let me head over here, call our vehicle, and we'll see about getting on our way. Yeah, so basically, this time when I get to a paved road, I need to go about straight through. Well, the red-nosed labio is a prime example, where I was trying to use, hook size 4. You'd only be catching diamonds of that size if you use a 4. If the game still does operate as it does. Which I'm pretty sure it does, it's just I had no clue about, hook sizing to try with. But you start catching them as bronze at hook size 8. You can get silvers on 7 and 6, and golds on 5. So that explains why I had absolutely no activity when it came to, trying for the labio last episode. So we'll probably spend maybe a couple weekends or so ahead with the hook size chart now known, and see how we can fare with it. And are there any turnoffs? Basically looks like I just want to keep right through on this road we're on. And then eventually that should wind our way up to the Big Hole. We'll probably have a fishing challenge there, we can check that out. And then go further. But then the biggest fish are actually... I'm a little surprised on which ones are, the biggest. The African sharp-toothed catfish is probably one of the largest on there, because you need a 4/0 for the diamond catch. But you need that same hook size also for the grass carp, actually all 3 carp species. The mirror, the common, and the grass. Right, this was just straight through. Oh, we got a... Okay, you know what? Let me just take a quick stop off here, because I feel like there could be a fast travel point if there's that call station there. I may be mistaken, but I just want to check in case. As we might have another possible location challenge here. Is this going to be a trailhead? No. Well, there is a cache, though, so we'll stop and pick that up. But not even a location challenge here. And that is... Oh, some cheese. That's actually pretty helpful, because we have been using that for a few baits. But yeah, what else is on there that's a little surprising? The African tigerfish I'm actually surprised at. It tops out at diamond at, hook size 2/0. I thought that would have been one of the biggest ones possible, and, I mean, it is still a very large catch to get. But it's not all that big, and in fact, the mottled eel actually is a lesser size than it. Or, well, at least lesser hook size for it. I was I was surprised that we did catch the gold we did. And apparently, to get a diamond one of those, you want to be using a hook size of 1. So yeah, I'm... Like I say, some of these numbers really throw me off for, what we've been getting from them. But now that I do have a reliable hook size chart, maybe I'll even have it plastered up on screen while we're driving, since, again, there's not that much to really see as we're driving. It's just passing the map by. You guys can check it all for yourselves in that. I don't really have a good way to link a good reference page to it. I could possibly try and see if, the direct link of opening it in the new image tab will work for you, but... Yeah, only, one result comes up on Google trying to find, more publicly accessible than outside of the Discord stuff. That is one thing I do have a little bit against the Hunter and the Angler, is they want a lot of your personal info for, getting into things. There's that Apex account you can sign up for that every time I launch the game, it pushes for you to sign in with that. I don't know what extra it would even provide other than some, extra gameplay challenges or daily stuff to do. And then there's also wanting you to sign up with and be part of the Discord for it, too. Just feels like with so much try and get your personal data and info and such. Anywhere you can go that doesn't have that is kind of nice to just have freely accessible. Okay, but here we are at the big hole, and it is what it is. Looks like a big strip mine of sorts. I don't know if there will be a location challenge here, but that closes us out for that.
This is the big hole.
Big, overgrown hole.
Local kids dare each other to go down it.
But what it was a coal mine.
Everyone's gone. Now it's just a big hole.
Huge hole.
And yeah, that basically wraps it up. It's just a big hole. I doubt there's a fishing challenge down there, but I figured just because we're in the area, we might as well hop into the vehicle and see about going to there. So let's see if we can do it the cheesy kind of way. No. Not unless we want to go front over on that. Although what I could do, I might actually be able to walk down there, because, like, again, the game is a little weird with what it chooses to, like, knock you out of, like, your fall reset. So I just want to get to the bottom. There shouldn't be anything living down there. I don't see any way anything could get in here, since it is basically old mine crater. Oh, no, there's actually a location challenge here somehow. I would have figured with this being an old mine site, there's no way for fish to get in here unless you, like, deliberately added them. And it's for mirror carp, so you know what? We'll start actually with that. As now we can try the hook size chart out, and with the proper chart here, we can see how much easier this goes. Okay, so we'll do bottom fishing, just because it is a carp we're trying for. Maybe we'll try with the inhale, because we only need to get a silver size. No, never mind. Won't be doing that. Or maybe I can. Hang on. That. With that. Oh, no. The rod. Okay, the rod's not strong enough for the... That. Okay, so... Mirror carp. We need a hook size of between 2 to 1/0, so I guess we'll try a 1. And we'll slap on... that for right now until I just check in here. Bloodworm, cheese, and advantage. Okay. Actually, none of those are really bottom-feeding baits. Does say corn or dog biscuits, so you know what? We'll try that and just see. I actually do see a couple fish right near the surface swimming. And, oh... the big hole is a deep hole. Goes down to 34 meters of depth. It's a good thing we're only trying for a silver size of a carp. Because, yeah, if it takes line out, I've already used 55 meters of, like, a 75-meter spool. But yeah, so all the carps basically have identical for their hook sizing. 2, 1, and 1/0 will get you your silvers, generally. The largemouth yellowfish... I'm actually surprised that that's another one that is above the sizing for the tigerfish. And everything else is more generally approachable. But yeah, again, I'll try a couple weekends with having this now in access and see how we do with it. It still could well be the case that, even with the setup, we won't always have decent success rates. And I think that did wrap up any challenges we did have. Yeah, all the main mission stuff is taken care of. So it is all just side and location missions we have to go through. Yeah, nothing's really striking that. Okay, let me switch that out for the cheese, and we'll see if that performs for us. And maybe we'll just try a shorter cast out. Shorter cast is still 23 meters to bottom, but at least it's not that much line going out forward with it. But yeah, I am surprised at some of them. Like the African model deal, I thought would have been one of the largest ones you could get. But going through the hook size chart, it's not really all that much. A sharp-toothed catfish does make sense, though, for being, like, one of the big ones you'd assume to catch. Usually, like the carp and catfish species, they get big and bulky, so you'd expect them to be some of the top charts. Oh, there we go. We'll see if we can get what we're after. And I still do have a couple of silver challenges to get with the... Yeah, then maybe... I don't know if this is the right way to do it, but it feels like I had kind of cheated a little bit. We're just constantly pumping the rod, since it's not quite tapping out the... I guess I'm not really bringing in line either. I just noticed that as much as I'm doing that, I'm not having the line length decrease. I just want to try to be careful because of all, like, the pillars and posts that are here. All it needs to do is go the wrong direction. It'll basically snap the line, and there wasn't much I could do to it, or do to prevent it. Ah, shoot. See, that might have been a case of it. I hate them putting all these obstacles in the water. But we'll try again and see if we can get something in. I was probably being a little too aggressive on that as well, with just having something on the hook. And now we just gotta play a waiting game again. But I am thinking once I'm done on Izilo Zasendulo, I don't think I'm going to rush into the other DLC, the, I'm trying to remember what it is. It's like set in Spain, I think? Spain or Italy, around that region. I don't know, I just feel like one of the issues with the gameplay for the angler is it gets to be so monotonous very quickly. Like, it doesn't have that much variety for fishing styles compared to float fishing and spin fishing. Bottom fishing is just a different styling of how float fishing works in the game, so I don't even really feel like the two are all that different to warrant distinguishing them. And spin fishing is... I mean, it is the more action-oriented, but you can only use it on more select species. So it does kind of become the case of, if you played one map, and you fished, like, the two styles for, like, say, 10 hours each, you've experienced all you're ever going to experience with the game. So it becomes really samey with just trying to go through even on different maps and for different fish. I do feel like there does need to be another style added. I'm wondering if that's why you have the work-in-progress club that was hinted at to over here. Yeah, the Hengel and Visvangeri Club. I don't know what might come of it, like if it's going to be fly fishing or something else, but there needs to be another style at how it kind of feels like you have more input and more you actually engage with. Yeah, nothing from that one. I don't know if there's anywhere else I could try getting up to where... I just want to see if maybe I could get up onto that and then over to those spots there. Just so I don't have these dumb big posts in the area, but... I don't think I'll get lucky with that. I think I gotta basically try from, like, right here. But let me check the journal. Yeah, I've got a few location challenges that are all over the place. I do think I want to get all of the, at least, like, challenge 1s done, so that we can say every silver rank challenge has been completed. We'll kick all those out, and then if we have time left over, we'll work on some of the location ones. And truth be told, I could probably knock out a couple of locations and gear at the same time, because, like, I do have the red-nosed lobule one here that needs a silver ranking. So those will probably be able to be done in the same spot. And that might be about it. But we'll see if we can get this mirror carp from the area here before today's over. Although, you know what? It's dumb, but I do want to try it. I have mentioned that float fishing is a style that gets you more results more easily. I just want to see if maybe I can do that with it. Maybe we'll go for a 2, just to try to make it so that way there's a better chance. Like, there's no way this should work since it is technically a bottom feeder, so it should be lurking at the 20-meter depths we had the bottom feeding rod at. But this is also a game, and that doesn't always mean that real logic applies to it. Yeah, and there's an hint. Okay, now it's saying they can try with natural boilies. Something that's only listed in, like, the full inspection with everything there. Yeah, okay, it is in there. I was going to say for a second, wait a minute, reading through. But it's mixed in right at the top behind Advantage, so it's... I'm not even sure how they do the listing for, like, what baits to use, because it's not alphabetical. I don't know if it's meant to be, like, effectiveness, but you would think if you were doing that, then using, like, one of the top 3 would have been better. Yeah, maybe I'll try the hint. See if that does have any info to it. That said natural boilies, so let's see if that we actually do get something using that. Or we're just going to be out of luck. I'd probably say a game like Call of the Wild the Angler is one of those games that's good for, like, if you want to listen to a podcast or videos or music or something else alongside it. Because having it as just, like, the main sole focus for playing is a little bit bland and just feels like it's not as engaging as it could be. But it's nice as, like, a relaxing side activity. Which is probably why fishing is incorporated in a lot of games as like a mini game or side activity to give you something extra to do. But as the main focus, yeah, it can be a little dull. I just want to do a little bit of reading up on see, like, does it give a reason why they're called, why they're named mirror carps? Regionally known as Israeli carp, type of fish commonly found in Europe, the name originates from the reflective quality of their scales. That's it. They can grow in excess of 60 pounds, with the last few British record fish all being mirror carp. A population of mirror carp in Madagascar is found to have reverted to full-scale mirror cover after being introduced from France in the early 20th century. The feral carp still possess large scales due to their mirror phenotype, but increased scale coverage approaching that of the wild-type carp. Interesting. And nothing going on. Yeah, I wish I had something more I could talk to you guys about or try to change it up, but it really is. This is just how it goes for fishing. But I think we will next weekend tackle the last of the gear challenges we had for Challenge 1s. I'm not going to worry too much about the Challenge 2s. It's like, going through them, I don't know how many different reels we'll need, and that also means both rod to match. Like, some of them at least do have, I was going to say identical equipment, but one needs float fishing, one needs bottom fishing. And then the line strength also does vary up a fair bit there, but at least it does seem like you can tackle a few things with the same line strength. Like, looks like the blue kerper, the red-nosed labio, and the mohol. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that today without the throat still not warmed up. Some of them do have matching and identical gear, so you can get a few things if you just get the right one. Or the right setup. But nothing going on here. We'll try one more bait type out and let me see what else they like going for. Bloodworm cheese advantage. It does say dose, maybe I'll try that. I just tried using the natural boilies, and we left it sitting there for quite a while with no interest, so game not always talking about the right things. I honestly do think the game just throws these little tips where it's like, this species with any randomly listed bait to try. I don't know if it is something where, like, depending where you could be on the map, certain baits work better for the same species than in other areas. Like, maybe the carps of this area prefer one type of bait, and the carps in another area for a different type. I couldn't really tell you. It just does hit that bad feeling of everything says it should work, but it don't. And yeah, you can tell the hook size chart is pretty new because the legendary fish aren't even listed on here yet. Well, we at least caught a fair we caught a fair majority of species. We basically got a silver of nearly every species. Hopefully next weekend we can get the red-nosed labio up to at least silver. And I'd say we've done a fair tour of Izilo Zasendulo at that point. And we even did get lucky and get a couple of golds just by chance. But it does feel like this map was a little more... I'm not saying restrictive, but... trying to get a goldfish was more of a challenge than it has been on Golden Ridge and Troll Sport. It might be because I didn't have the hook size chart, I wasn't going to the specific hook sizes needed for them. But with how much trial and error I was trying to pull off, it does seem like maybe they tried to actually make golds a proper challenging catch to get. Although, in some cases, just any catch is difficult or challenging, as we see here. Yeah, not even like a nibble or a poke or anything. And I don't know what species all are in this area to be able to be caught. I'm going to bring that in and try another bait type and just see if we can get something. But yeah, this is where it gets annoying. We'll go to cheese. We'll go to cheese. And you know what? I might even slap that up to 1/0 and we'll try the boilies. Again, just see if maybe going bigger helps. I don't know if it will or not. But it's not like we're catching bronze ranks or any sizing other than that, so... I just gotta wait and see. And this will probably be our last cast of today, though. Get that done, and then again, just another weekend or two completing the other gear challenges. Probably a few location as well, and I think that'll bring Izilo Zasendulo to a fair close. It does have some neat things to it, like the cave fishing location challenges we came across. I am surprised how deep this area is to fish in, but that does make me wonder if you can get reels with, like, extra length of spool. Because, like, to bottom fish in this area, I think it was, like, over 80 meters deep. And your spools, I think, usually tap out at like 75. So I don't know if you'd be able to actually bottom fish there or not. No, there's something. Maybe we will be able to finish today off with at least catching something. Okay, so we gotta go up to 85%, so this could be a... It's possible this is a gold mirror carp, or it could just be a larger silver. I'm not going to try pulling it around that much and just see if maybe I can try pulling it right up. See, that's down there pretty good. No, although we did get a fair bit of line come back in from that. I don't know if it just got tired out, or just kind of stopped fighting for a moment there. See, one of the things is it does seem like it's directly underneath us almost. So I don't know if pulling up is a good idea, since it might trigger, like, the line to collide with what we're standing on, or how we can get it. It's getting closer and closer. Yeah, it's pretty shallow right now, but I don't want to look over to where it is just because of the possibility of that line collision. Yes, just before us. I think it is a mirror carp. Oh, bugger. Yeah, I have to keep the rod pulled up to get it, but there we go. Yeah, silver mirror. So, at least we can knock out that challenge and toss it back on in. So next episode, or next weekend, we'll keep working at those silver rank challenges, make sure the whole map gets all of those at least clear. Maybe not the location ones, because there are probably some I have missed throughout it. But at least knock out the journal, so that way we do have all the gear stuff taken care of, because they should be a lot easier to complete now, like the smallmouth and the spotted bass. Now that I know what silver, what sizes silvers will strike on, I can easily refine that. And the red-nosed lobio too. And that red nose I might even be able to get at the same time as we get a location challenge. So we'll end things for today, for the weekend right here in Izilo, Zasendulo. Thank you all very much for joining me on this episode of the series. If you did like the video, be sure to give it a like. And if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure in the comments right down below. Until I see you all next video or episode, anglers and survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy angling.